Hello, hello. Um, I'm trying something new, so bear with me because surprisingly, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. I'm actually going live in the cafe at my office. Um, I'm going live here because the studio, the borough, is no more. So sad. It's bittersweet. The store closed. The owner is actually working on getting a street level venue. Still don't know how that's going, where that's going, but I figured instead of trying to maybe find a cafe or something where I can kind of sit and talk to you guys, I decided to just use this shared space that we have here. It is a shared space. Ironic, no? I don't know how it's gonna go, but here we are. The rain stopped, so you're not gonna see thunder or anything. Um, but yeah. Also, because of the move, my house is a hot mess. I have worked on organizing as best as I can, but I don't have the space anymore. I do have a roommate now, so my bedroom was shoved into the craft room, and then all the things that I had at the store was then shoved into my living room. You can only imagine the chaos. Thankfully, right now, my roommate is very understanding, so it's okay for the mess, right? I don't have to worry about anything in that regards, but just it's been messy. So here I am. Hello. Let me see who's all is here. Hey Sarah. Um, I am on Instagram, not Instagram, excuse me. I'm on Facebook and YouTube Live. One of the things that I wanted to start doing was being more active online, right? I've been fairly consistent and I do post something weekly. Last week I did not post something. I had 3 markets this past weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Uh, Sunday was Father's Day, Monday was Juneteenth, so jam-packed weekend. Thankfully I did have Monday off, so I was able to rest, but I was not able to edit or really do anything in regards to YouTube. I haven't done much in regards to social media, period, but specifically YouTube last week because of that. Just a lot of market prepping, organizing last minute restocks, stuff like that, right? It was Father's Day, so I did do some. It's June, so happy Pride. What did I do? I made some heart scrunchies, some rainbow heart scrunchies, ironically with swaddle fabric. And then I did some daddy onesies. Like I have one that says Daddy's Girl, and then I have another one that says Daddy's First Meet. A little father themed Father's Day, onesies, baby onesies. I have home is whatever mom it is. I made that one for Mother's Day, so I figured why not make something for Father's Day. And I like the Daddy's First Meet specifically because I have been popping up at a bar that's literally called Anchor, so it's like a novel theme, naval. I don't know how you say the word, but it's that. So here we are, right? I'm going to work on a pattern. I posted it in the link, so it should be somewhere below for you. It takes chunky yarn. I don't really have chunky, well, that's a lie. I have a lot of chunky yarn. I don't want to use the chunky yarn that I have because, if you guys know, I'm wearing the summer version of my headbands, but this is the winter version of my headbands, right? These are my knit headbands. Ironically, these are also knit. This is a knit headband, okay? I sell these really well, like the Mommy and Me ones. So part of me kind of wants to do, I want to use the same type of yarn, but this is standard worsted weight. So like a size 4 weight yarn. But if you didn't know, there's hair on this little bundle here. Shocker. It's my hair, not even the dog's hair, it's my hair. Lord. Okay. If you mix 2 strands of worsted weight, you get chunky yarn. So 2 strands of 4 weight yarn give you a 5 weight yarn. I'm trying to find the middle because I don't want any knots or tangles. We're just going to rewind this real quick. Hold on, because why not? Hey Mary. I have my tail off to the side of my finger. I'm gonna wind around my. I have the yarn wrapped around my thumb, and then I'm gonna wrap it around my finger so I don't lose the beginning thread. So I have people on Insta. I keep saying, yeah, good lord. I keep saying Instagram and not YouTube. So I see I have people on YouTube. Do I have anyone watching on Facebook? Let me know. Say hi. I'm trying to kind of like monitor both, but it's a little difficult. You know, your girl is one person and she has too many devices to count. So here we are. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, so there's been a lot of things going on, and I figured why not just share it all here, share it all in one go, not have to, you know, repeat myself too much. There is a knot in the yarn. It's not, you know, life or death or anything, but I see it, so I have to take it out now. But yeah, so no more of the burrow. The burrow is not it for now. Okay. I also have been having a lot of markets. So because normally spring and summer I have off. I have off because I don't normally have spring and summer merchandise. Normally. Why am I using that specific word? Well, because I had the venue at the store. I was like, well, I'm here. I need to sell something, right? I'm not going to be selling headbands midwinter. So I decided to do the headband that I'm wearing right now. And I cannot multitask. I see the knot. The knot does not want to be undone. Here we go. Okay. Okay. What was I saying? Good lord. There's a lot of things going on. Yes, summer markets. There we go. So I did start doing summer markets because I had merchandise now for the store. So I was like, okay, well, if I have merchandise, might as well try to sell it, right? So I started doing the headbands. I did scrunchies. I have a couple other sewn fabrics, right? Surprisingly, I didn't restock any of my knit purses that I did last year. I do have some kind of like half done. I do want to finish. They kind of just got put on the back burner, honestly. But I will work on those. Right now, I don't have any markets until August. Don't know how that's gonna go. The markets I had this weekend were very, very hot, and now we're on like that weird rain at 5 o'clock, kind of cloudy all day, and then the rain stops for like half an hour. Or like it rains for half an hour, and then it's like super hot again. It's like those summer rainstorms, those southern summer rainstorms, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, a lighter headband for the summer. So I'm hoping that the market in August isn't rained out. Is that hurricane season? I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's happening with life. But yeah. I was supposed to have one at the end of July. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I need a break, right? From popping up at markets and things like that. If you guys are aware, I have been having back problems ever since I got into my car accident. And I ended up getting a nerve ablation, so my nerve was burnt. My nerves were burnt to help kind of like prevent the pain. It did not last the full 6 months like expected. It only lasted 4 to 5, really. And sadly, my insurance does not cover my shot 3 times a year, only 2 times a year. So I'm kind of stuck waiting until July now for my next shot. Thankfully, my friends have been super, super helpful. My roommate specifically, Idris, thank you. And then I don't want to name everyone who's helped me because I definitely will forget. But if you helped me and you're watching, you know who you are. And I really, really appreciate your help. My back I can't. Even sitting here now, honestly, right now, I'm in pain. Um, so yeah, final intentions. Are we? I feel like, why is there not? What is happening? I just fixed this so that this wouldn't happen, and it's happening. What is left? You need rain? Oh, it's raining every day, girl. It was just thundering here. How did this get knotted? Did y'all see that? How? How? I can't. Okay. Anyways, this is probably gonna be a thing. Part of me wants to do them solid. Part of me wants to do them mixed. Why do I say that? So the headband, like the winter headband, is solid, as you can see. But again, I do have to do 2 threads or 2 strands, right? Technically, I can do 2 of the same, which I do have. I brought 2 pink to do the pinks with. I like how it's almost like kind of close. Not the same, really close. I'm contemplating if I want to do it solid or mixed. That way, if let's say if they do have the 2 colors, they can wear it with either outfit, right? I don't know. I want to start off with the hunter and the tan, just because the hunter is very, very popular, like with the forest color. I think it's forest or hunter. One of the two, I'm not quite sure what I named it. But that color is really popular. I hope I have enough, honestly, because now that I'm looking at it, this is really small. But it is what it is. So let me pull up the pattern. I have the pattern here on my phone, ready to go. And then let's see. So the pattern is by Pretty Simple Crochet. Again, they are listed below, so if you want to follow along with me. It does require a chunky yarn. Where is it? Okay, so yeah, category 5 chunky bulky yarn. Yeah, she's saying she used scrap fabric, so I should have enough, especially with me using 2. A size J 6mm hook. I do have a 6 one here. I was a little scared because I just have my standard crochet bag with me, and I have a number of hooks, like at all times with me, everywhere I go. And I was scared I didn't have the size I needed because I have really big and really, not small, but you know, my standard I think is like 575. So, ooh, do I have a 6? And then I saw the 6.5 and I was like, what am I going to do? But I did have a 6, so I'm really happy about that. If you need a 6, you need a tapestry needle and some scissors. I have all of that. Let's see, there's different size methods. So gauge and tension. To check your gauge / tension, work the first 2 rounds in the pattern below. To check that you're okay for size, the length of your sole. Okay, so they have a newborn, not going to do that one. They have a 0 to 3 and a 6 to 3. No, 0 to 3 and a 3 to 6. That's what I want to do. The 0 to 3 should be 3.5 centimeters, or no, 3.5 inches, 9 centimeters. And then your 0 to 3 months should be 3.5 inches or 9 centimeters. Your 3 to 6 months should be 4 inches or 10 centimeters. Okay. Let's see. I'm reading the different stitches they have and the abbreviations that they're using. So they have DC2 TOG. So that's double crochet 2 together. Same thing as a decrease. And then they have half double crochets 2 together, again decrease. Single crochet, single 2 crochets together, slip stitch, and then the repeats and stuff like that is on there too. This is U.S. crochet terminology, so if you're watching abroad, so sorry. So sorry. Alright. So basically it's the same pattern for those 3 sizes. It's just how tight you sew, like you crochet it. So the tighter you crochet, the smaller it'll be, the looser you crochet, the bigger it'll be. If I understood correctly. Hey Michelle. Oh no, your migraines. I'm so sorry. Hey Beth. I'm just getting started with the pattern. Don't mind me. I'll kind of repeat what I said at the beginning in regards to the location why I'm here and whatever's not. I haven't gotten too much into the business thing, but I have gotten into a little bit of some stuff. Okay, so that was newborn. Alright, so I'm going to do pattern instructions for 0 to 3 months. Okay, so I'm going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, y'all. So now that you ladies are here, I'm gonna kind of repeat what I said. So if you're watching this on the replay, so sorry, we're getting a little repetitive. One thing is first, your girl chopped off all her hair. I chopped it off. I was 2 through. My ends were really bad. I had it layered, and then it was breaking. There's a lot going on. About a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I started relaxing my hair again. I'd been natural for, I want to say 15 years. I think I stopped around a little after my sweet 16. So I'd been natural for a fairly long time, and I was tired of it. I'm not even gonna lie. I was tired. So tired. And my hair was really long and really healthy, but it was too much maintenance. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna relax it, straighten it out, do what I wanted to do. And it bit me in the butt. Yeah. So I'm gonna straighten it regardless. I'm gonna apply heat to it. So it's either chemically treated and heat damaged, or just heat damage. So yeah, we're gonna go with just heat damage. So I'm not gonna relax it anymore. I think we'll see. I might dye it just because like the color is a little off. This is just like sun damage. Like the color has gotten lighter with the sun. I haven't really done anything to it, but clearly I'm in a new place, right? You guys aren't used to this setting. I'm in the cafe at my office building. The store is no more. No more. The borough has closed. It closed last month, was its official month. And even then, it wasn't open every day. It was open here and there. So the last official month was April. You guys know I made a lot of product to supply the store. And then I had no store. So I had all this product. So at the beginning of the year, when I should have been looking for markets, I kind of was dilly-dallying for a while, and I finally did it. I want to say sometime in like March, end of March, start of April. I really sat down and worked on my market list and, researching, trying to figure out things like that for my business. And things were expensive. One market in particular, last year their fees were $100, $125 depending on the market. Now all of their markets, all of their markets for 4 hours. Start at $150. I personally can't afford that. Sorry, not sorry. It is a maker's market, and the people who do go out there to shop with the intent of, handmade, local business. Amen. I don't see myself spending that monthly. I can't afford it. I might try it in like September, November, maybe October. We'll do October, November. We'll see. Yeah, ouch. Ouch is right, Beth. That's a lot of money. I don't got that. Because what is that in product, right? $150. That's what's $30. My hats are $30. That's 5 hats. That's what? Four headbands would be 100. 6 headbands. Like, these are all my knit products, right? These are like what I know sell. All of my new things, that's a lot of scrunchies. Right? Even the regular or the XL. I can't. I refuse. So I've told myself I'm not going to spend more than $70 or $80 on a market, max $100. Per market, like per day, right? So if it's a multiple day event or if it's like a weekend thing, okay, right? But outside of that, I'm not doing it. Even if it's a holiday event, I was thinking about potentially doing like a few Pride events. $200. $200 again for 4 hours. Not gonna do it. One of the main markets that I like to do is like the first Saturday of the month. They're under $60. Excuse me. They're about $55, $56, and then there's fees. So like I said, just roughly $60. It did go up last year because I want to say it was under $55 after the fees, or maybe $55 with the fees. I'm sorry, I have that alarm set all the time. Yeah. They're expensive, Beth. And then of course, when you're doing all these markets, you don't know if you're gonna make that money back. You don't know. It could be raining. Look at my pinky, y'all. We're not talking about it. It could be raining like it is right now. Oh yeah, it started raining again. It could be raining. It could be super windy. There could be 20 other markets, right? The first weekend of every month is super saturated. Just people are on vacation. You don't really know. It's super hot, right? Like the weather's crazy right now, so it could be either super hot or super cold. So it's like you bring all your summer stuff, but then it's a little chilly, so you would have probably been able to sell some winter things. Or the days you do decide to bring some winter things, like maybe like some blankets or whatever, it's like super hot. It's very hit or miss. You honestly you can't gauge it, which is why I wanted to be in a location. I wanted to have a store so that I wouldn't have to rely so much on the weather and markets and things like that. Oh, excuse me. Me hitting the mic was not either. But yeah. So my focus in regards to markets was, I still have to cough. Sorry. Am I okay? I think I'm okay. Hi, Sandra. That bronchitis, y'all. Okay. Markets are hard right now, like the shopping market in general, right? Like, we're about to hit a recession. Some of us are already struggling now. Lord. I'm crying now. But yeah, so like, the economy right now is hard. a lot of people aren't really being frivolous. They aren't shopping as much. They're being very particular on what they buy. And when someone buys handmade, they're specifically being frivolous to support that local business, right? Like, they're going to spend money, obviously, but anything handmade is going to cost more. Yes, you can buy things in bulk from China. You can buy things cheaper from Amazon. You're going to get stuff sooner. So sometimes people just prefer that. I understand it. I do it sometimes when I need to. And of course, when I'm at markets and I do have, my sales are going well, I do try to support the other people, right? The local farmers, things like that. So when I was looking at markets, I was very particular and making sure that I spent ideally under 100. My sweet spot, I told myself, was going to be like 50 to 70. And then something I noticed was that the really big markets was like huge, massive events with 100 plus vendors and blah, blah, blah. Not doing those. I don't want to do an event that has more than 50 vendors. If 1,000 people go to this event, they're going to be spread throughout 150 vendors. If that same 1,000 people attends an event with 30 vendors, that's 1/5 less market. That's only 1/5 of the vendors at a smaller market. So that, let's say $100 per 1,000 person, can be spread out between less people, and they'll buy more between individual markets. I hope that makes sense, right? Let's see, Mary. Yeah, it's hard, it genuinely is hard, and you have to have thick skin. People will blatantly tell you, this is too expensive. I can make this. Okay, sis. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Okay, I'm a very big advocate on that. And it really annoys me when people are just rude, right? I've had guys come up to me in the wintertime, freezing. It's like 20 degrees in North Carolina. That's cold for us. And we're outside for hours at markets. I had this vendor come up to me and he's like, how much are your hats? I told him they're $30. He's like, oh, that's so expensive. Oh, that's too expensive. I can get a hat from Walmart for $5. I was like, okay, you're more than welcome to do that. Leaves, he comes back. I'd like to buy a hat. They're too expensive. He's like, no, I'll pay for it. He's like, no, it's okay, thank you. You can go to Walmart and get your $5 hat. It's mid-December. You can't find gloves, hats, scarves. You can't find any of that. In mid-winter, you can't find any of that in retail stores. And after you just blatantly disrespect me, you think I'm going to accept your money? Absolutely not. That's not going to be a thing. But yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? So part of me went really heavy the last 2 months on markets. I had markets almost every weekend, and then the weekends that I did have markets, I had multiple markets. So with the 3-day weekends, I tried to get as many as possible. With again, the starting of the month, the markets, holidays, whatever. There was a boatload of holidays that happened right after March, because March there's nothing, and then there's a boatload of holidays, right? Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever. All those holidays. I pushed and I did as many markets as I could to get a lot of the merchandise that I had out. And then I made a few specific event merchandise, but not really. Y'all, please forgive me. I'm going to make myself a coffee. Just so that I can have something to drink. Because, Lord, one second. Sorry, I should not have blown after I turned it on. But yeah, near me craft shows. Oof. Yeah. And then that's the thing, because again, how much product do you have to make to even just make back your stall fee, right? Oh, okay. So with my yarn that I haven't touched, right? I just trained 7 and that was it. The pattern is down below. I'm going to be working on baby booties. So where am I going now, right? Like what's going to happen next? The store is closed. The store's closed, right? Honestly, it was very hit or miss. Almost just as bad as markets. Lots. Worse than markets. I barely had any sales. I moved things around. I tried different things. Just, it wasn't it, right? The people who attended the store just weren't really my clientele. And I feel like the owners focused too much on other vendors and not more so the client, right? The shopper. He did a couple reels here and there, and they did well. We had a great January, but I wasn't making the sales I needed to make, right? Live and we learn. So what does that mean for the business for me? What are my plans, right? I just did a bunch of markets, and I had kind of like a mixture of things on my tables, and I know who my ideal shopper is. I know that my ideal shopper is a millennial mom, a millennial girl mom specifically, but a millennial mom, right? Someone who wants to do mix and match, maybe boho, very classic pastels, light, minimal, me, right? If I had kids. So I do have the mix and match mommy and me headbands. These are my most popular items. So what can I do to add on to that, right? And that's what I've always done. What can I add on to the person who's buying this? This is my most popular item. People come back to me year after year to buy this. I've done this for 3 years now. And at markets, again, it's the winter, it's cold. We're outside for hours. The weather is unpredictable. It's October and it'll be 50 degrees at night. I tend to do a lot of night markets. People have bought blankets, hats, headbands for me. Half of the women at markets sometimes, have worn my headbands because they're freezing. Freezing. So, what can I add on, right? I'm trying to define and kind of condense what I have now. The scrunchies were kind of just like okay, let me put something on the wall, right? I do love my scrunchies. I'm going to continue to do my scrunchies. I've crocheted scrunchies in the past. I may do like some fur ones, but that's about it. The velvet Bernat yarn, for some reason by me, I can't find it. And honestly, I don't care to work for it or work with it. It tangles really easily. It's hard to use. We don't want to do it. So I want to make baby booties. One of the girls that I see on Instagram and YouTube a lot has baby booties, and they sell well for her, but she does use the velvet yarn. I don't want to do that. I want to go with what I already have, and I want to use something that kind of plays with what I have, right? Like mix and match baby gifts. Even now in the summer, on top of markets, I've been going to Anchor Bar here in Raleigh, a bar, and I've been selling a boatload of baby onesies. All of my baby onesies aren't available right now online, but they're super cute. I have one that says "Hey Sucka" and it has like a little picture of a succulent on it. I have tan, white. I might not bring back the white honestly, but I have tan, white, pink, burgundy, and navy right now. I do have a few black. They're more like for Halloween. But I'm gonna try and condense again like my color scheme, my color palette, right? To kind of match with what I have in regards to accessories. Things that have been selling really well for me right now are my baby pacifiers, like my crochet pacifier clips, which I did bring the yarn. I have the yarn here. I might make one for you guys if you want to see it as well, depending on how this booty pattern isn't really going anywhere. So I think I might actually work on the pacifier. And this is a pattern, I had got it from someone I got it from a YouTube video, but the person who made it originally, it was too long and I didn't really care for it. So I kind of just tweaked it. I will do that really quickly and I'll share with you guys that one because I'm quick with those and it doesn't require much thought, honestly. So I'm just using regular cotton yarn. I want to say I think this is sugar something, right? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, like if you know cotton or yarns in general, you know what I'm talking about. But this is one of the mixed ones. So I'm going to leave a long tail because I'm going to use that to sew it onto the clip. And then with this, I want to say I do 21 single crochets. Maria, hey girl, hey. Hey Diamond. Diamond, you've told me your name. I don't think it's Diamond. Please remind me what your name is. I am so sorry. But thank you for coming on, girl. Yeah. That's a lot. So for my crochet pacifier clips, you're going to start with 21 single crochets. Or single crochets. 21 chain stitches. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so 21. And the hook that I'm using is an a US 5.5 millimeters. Okay, so you're at 21. And then the first two from the hook technically is considered a stitch. So into the third hook, you're going to double crochet 6. No, 7. Correction, 7. You're going to double crochet 7. Pauline. There we go. Pauline. Pauline, are you on Discord? We've spoken before, no? I feel like I know you, girl. We besties. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, if you got that money back, then yes. But if you can't, it's not worth it. Because even if, let's say you did one monthly, right? How much product you'd have to make and then sell? That's a lot. Okay, then. Hey, girl. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, so for my markets and stuff right now, I'm taking a break and I'm being very specific with that, right? But what else? What about the other, like, what about the rest of my business, right? I want to, again, streamline my products, have it make sense. So again, we're going to kind of stick with the baby stuff, with the mommy and me things. I made some sweaters. I want to say, were they Bella Campus sweaters? I don't remember. I bought some sweaters from online and I put mama on it. They sold really well. I made, I think, like 4. I think I made 4 or 6. I only have 1 left. So I was really happy about that. I sold it for $25. Online I do have them for $40, but that's because they're customized, right? You can put your kids' names on the sleeve and again shipping and handling because that's a thing, right? That's a thing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 2 more. So that's why they're so expensive. I may reduce the price. I think I might have dropped it a little bit. I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more. Okay. So once you do 7 and your third, so again, you're chaining 21. In your third chain from your hook, you're going to do 7 single crochets, or 7 double crochets, excuse me. 7 double crochets in your third chain from the hook. Okay, that's what I just did here. Now you're gonna into your third chain, your third stitch again. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna do a slip stitch. And this is why I don't write patterns, y'all. I might write the pattern for this if you guys really want it, but. Alright, so you're gonna go into the third chain again. 1, 2, 3. And you're gonna do 7 double crochets. So you're getting this little fan scallop situation, okay? I feel like you could do 6 and it'll still look as nice, but I have a weird thing with 6, with the number. I don't know, I feel like 7, just it's a lucky number. It's better. I don't know, y'all. I'm weird. She has aliases. She sure does. OMG, yes. We need to do lives together. I feel like it'll be so much fun. Why are you congratulating me? What'd I do? I don't know. I don't remember what I said. Okay, yes, Maria. So the borough is no more. The store closed. So I want to be very intentional in regards to my market setup and then my online store, right? So I want to just kind of focus on that. And obviously I want to focus on YouTube. So last week, because I had 3 markets, I was just working on straight market prep. I didn't post my weekly video. I also haven't been recording content because I still have content to edit that I've already recorded. And it's just like, bro, you're never going to get caught up. So with all the moving and all the mess, I haven't been recording. And part of me wanted to do like a sappy, like, goodbye, bro, blah, 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 kick baity video. But I was like, you know what, that's too depressing. I can't do it to myself. Like, I even had like visuals of like clips where I'm turning off the light on the sign. And I was like, you know what? Se para aquí. I was like, we're not doing any of that. Sorry, not sorry. I need to get through what I have. I have a couple videos from April. I do have a lot of content from April, maybe 1 or 2 from May. And honestly, for the first time, I really recorded again this past weekend. And I didn't think to do it. It would have been a good week because, again, I was doing a lot of market prep. And I had 3 markets. But I didn't have my stand until the last day on Sunday. And I did record that. I recorded Sunday, but I didn't really record anything else. Again, I am working on my house and just organizing that. Not all the stuff is there. Not everything there is mine, so I don't feel comfortable recording right now just because, one, it's chaos, but it's not only my chaos. I do have a roommate now as well. But excuse me, we are kind of working on that space, the shared space, and then the space up in my room. And again, he's been a blessing, so thank you. He's been helping me a lot. I'm hoping to kind of focus on the space that I have at the house, and then I might use this space again. I'm in my office building. This is like a cafe that we have here. After 5, people be out. Not even like 4 or 5 o'clock. Everyone's like, okay, bye. No one's here, so I really have it to myself. Security is kind of walking around and whatever is not. But I thought this would be a cute space. I was honestly contemplating maybe doing like a cafe or like a bookstore or something. But I was like, I don't know if it's going to be awkward. I didn't know if they were going to be playing music or not. I did get a mic, so it would have kind of maybe cut some stuff out. But I don't know. I figured this is probably going to be the best bet. And honestly, so far I've liked it. I was able to make myself a coffee. The coffee is free, so there's that. But I do want to focus on the store itself, like the business, my product line. I want to focus on my YouTube. I want to grow it. I was opening YouTube this morning. I have a bad habit of checking stats first thing in the morning. Can you say toxic? Yeah. But I finally, I hit 100 subscribers. So I'm really happy about that. But in regards to like, I want to get monetized, right? Like that's everyone's goal for Instagram or for YouTube is to get monetized. I saw that for you to officially become a partner now, there's 2, I guess, categories. So you don't have to do the 1,000 subscribers and then 400 public hours. You can do now 500 subscribers, and then you have to have at least 3 videos in the next 30 days, or 3 videos in 90 days, the last 90 days, and then 3,000 watch hours. So watch hour, it's not that much difference, right? But subscribers help, right? Because, well, the last couple videos I've done, I feel like are doing really well. My boxcar market video has surpassed my intro video, which is like the one video that's done the best. Like it was my one video I think that got 3 digits, right? Like 300 over 300 views. My boxcar video now has more than 300 views. So it's been getting traction. I'm really happy about that. So people are seeing my page, they're getting to it. And I want to kind of keep doing that, right? I feel like part of me, I was frustrated with the iMovie. So again, today I'm also both on Facebook and YouTube. I subscribe to StreamYard. I'm paying for the subscription now. I paid for it yesterday. And I wanted to up my editing, right? Because I feel like I could be doing so much more, but I'm kind of limited with what I had. So I got LumaFusion. Not sponsored. It's only $20. Well, I think it was $30, but it's a one-time fee. One-time fee, and honestly, the editing, oh, love it, love it. Whenever I wanted to do kind of like a screen record, I could never really show my face on the side. Or if I wanted to do that, I had to go into Canva. Canva's a pain to edit in. And Canva was the one subscription that I have been paying for. Like, I don't even pay for Netflix, none of that. Canva was the one thing I was paying for. So now all of my subscriptions are relating to my business. So I have Canva now, and I have StreamYard. So hopefully I can be able to do both. Okay. I don't think you guys were here when I was doing the intro, but like I did like a little video on Canva, kind of like a loop. Apparently now you can even, like for animations, you can draw your own animations. So I did that with some butterflies. I feel like it's a little cringe, but I tried, y'all. I tried. So I did that. I'm rambling, Maria. So, there's just a lot of things. I'm trying to do a lot. Again, I always tell myself, if I don't edit a video, I need to at least go live, right? So what I think I want to do is, for consistency, I want to at least go live once a month, and then get videos out at least once or twice a month, or once or twice a week, excuse me. I do have a couple videos that have been recorded and are uploaded. They're just not live now. I have 2 tutorials. I think one is how to do a striped headband or any striped project on the Addy, and then the other one is the mechanical Addy unboxing, whatever that's called. I think it's called the Adler, something like that. Something A, D, and O, R. I'm dyslexic, but I got that. I unboxed it. I have 2 actually. I'm bougie, y'all. I'm bougie. But yes, let me go back to comments because I'm all over this. Right. Yes. Sarah, please. Go, girl. Go. You got this. Okay? I've done pop-ups at shops before. I've been going to bars. So the first time I went to Anchor Bar there was an event happening, like a market outside, like on the street. Like the street was closed off and everything. I think it was like art exposure. They turned the light off on me. Maybe I'm not moving. Whatever. Oh, I feel like this light is actually better. Okay. But yeah, so I went to art exposure, or there was art exposure happening outside. The bar that I was at is actually on the same street. But what happens? Everyone's on the street. No one's on the sidewalk. So I guess he wanted to like bring traction to the bar. In North Carolina and Raleigh specifically, I don't know about the other cities, but we do have something called Sip and Stroll, where you're able to buy alcohol at a bar and you're able to walk around within a specific parameter of downtown. That's great for bars because, again, they're still getting paid for people to buy alcohol. And a lot of the times people were limited on what they could buy, like it would be beer or like very limited things. One, I hate beer, so for me that was frustrating. Or, standard $10 drinks are like 20 or 30. Or they're frozen drinks. I'll leave it at that. But yeah. Anyways, I guess he wanted like exposure, people to kind of come in. So he had asked Julian, the owner of the borough, if he could have, like vendors come out and pop up. So Julian asked me if I wanted to go. I was like, absolutely. I was free that weekend, and I was like, why not, right? I go, I'm setting up. There's tents and stuff already set up. The street's closed because, of course, I get there super late because I'm not a part of the event. So I beg the officer to let me double park in front of the barricades, unload everything into my wagon, which you guys have seen. I mean, my wagon is pretty big, thankfully. Like, I fit 2 of the large, I think, 24 quart tubs in there, like, across. I was able to jam everything from my car into my wagon in one trip. And I hauled it like a block and a half. Bruh. Sweating. I unload. I move my car, park my car, start setting up. It was crazy. I'm almost done setting up, and this lady comes to me. She's like, you can set up here. She's like, oh, you can't set up here. You're not allowed to be here, blah, 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 skip. And I was like, okay, well, the owner of the store invited me to be here. You know, like, I get it. Like, it's problematic because it's like, okay, instead of paying for her event, I'm just here in her space, right? But I'm not just, like, on the corner with a rack. Like, I'm in front of an establishment. I was invited to be here. I'm setting up a table. Like, I was almost done setting up. Almost done. Yeah, no, like, my setup sometimes takes a minute. And this was, like, a new, smaller, condensed setup. Because I didn't have my tent. I just had a table. So I was like, so I tell her, well, the owner invited me to be here. You know, do you mind speaking with him? She's like, okay, well, where is he? I'll bring the city off, like the city officials to come down here so you can speak with them. Yeah, no, speak to the owner. Don't talk to me, sis. Please speak to the owner. Because, again, it's not what you say, but how you say it. So I was like, and at this point, I didn't know him. I know him now. Because, again, it's first time there. I was like, it's the guy with the hat. He was in and out because, again, he's by himself as well. He's opening, whatever. We see him. I'm like, okay, well, that's him. She goes in there. She's talking to him. Obviously, she's nicer to him. Whatever is not. So the city officials do come because, again, you know, he's like, well, this is my business. I want to hear what's the problem. And I was in front of his store, specifically in front of his store. And, again, the sidewalk had, like, he has a little patio area. So he's like, well, she's in the patio. Like, what's the problem? Need a permit, whatever's not. But I was like, okay, well, I am all set up. I didn't want to have to, like, put everything back down or leave. Like, I'm literally sitting here sweating. I asked him, I was like, well, do you mind if I set up inside? He's like, oh, no, absolutely. Come in. And then he did tell me, like, a DJ was coming later on. So he's like, you know, this little corner is off limits, but you can have this little side here. And I was like, that. So I was, like, right in front of the door. And people were, you know, coming in to get the alcohol. But even if they didn't realize that he was part of the sip and stroll, I had, like, I think my scrunchies were right. Like, you can see it when you pass by. So a lot of people were kind of coming in just out of curiosity. So it was amazing. I did really well that day. And he even invited me back the next day because it was a weekend event. And he's like, yo, he was like, if you want, you can come back tomorrow. And I was like, okay, well, bet. But because it was a 2-day event, the street was still closed. Excuse me, it was still barricaded. I was going to try and wait for them to, like, pack up and leave so I can bring my car in. But nobody packed up. They just closed their tents and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, do you mind? I asked him, I was like, do you mind if I leave some of the bulkier things? Like, you know, like the table, my grid walls, things like that. Like the heavier things. And I will just do my merchandise. He's like, oh, yeah, absolutely, whatever. Went back the next day again, blast. He's a sweetheart. And we got to talking. I got to meet him a little bit, like, better get to know him. And he's like, yo, any first Friday, come on down. Right? I was like, don't tell me this. I'll never leave. But that was, like, about 2 months ago. This month, he did invite. I did try to go down that first Friday. He wasn't really answering. He was busy, understandably, right? So I went down that Saturday because there was, ironically, another street event that day as well. And I was like, you know, I pulled up. I was that person. I pulled up and I was like, hey friend, can I set up? He's like, oh yeah, absolutely, whatever, blah blah blah. So we did that. So I feel comfortable, right? Like he has invited me. He has told me I can go whenever, or not whenever, but like the first Fridays. And that's, a usual spot for me now. And there's no vendor fee, right? There was another shop that I went to, a smoothie, kind of like health smoothie protein bar shake place, in Wake Forest. Someone else I've met at markets, I've networked with her. She bought things for me in the past. She invited me out this summer. And she'd always been inviting me, oh, come to my events, come to my events. But I'd never been able to go because I was always so booked out, right? But because I normally don't do markets in the summer or like in the spring or summer, I didn't have that many, or at least I wasn't going to pay for the, like, the expensive ones or whatever it's not. So she invited me to go there. I only spent $15. And I was on my period that day. I felt horrible. My back was killing me. But I had a blast. I was talking to her mom, talking to the other vendors. I feel like smaller events like that, there was 5 of us, I think. We're all kind of talking, gossiping. It's like being with the Discord group, just hanging out. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Okay, let me see. I've been rambling. So focus. Okay. It's funny that you say that because there's a reel where it's like, oh, crochet women, or the tutorials are being like DC blah 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 blah. Basically. Oh, wrong project. Okay, so yeah, this is what I have right now. So the chain is this here. So I chained 21, three chains from the hook. I went in and I did 7 double crochets. From that stitch, you count 3 more down. You do a slip stitch. 3 chains down from there. Again, the same 7 double crochets, and then the pattern just repeats. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do 6, 7. Yeah, I sold a lot of stuff, thankfully. I've been doing well. Not the greatest. I've been doing well. I also joined a farmer's market here at Moore Square, which is one of those places I tend to go to a lot. It's only $30 a month, or $30 a market. I did have to pay $60 for like the membership fee or whatever it's not, like the application and whatever. But $30, yo, I can do 1 or 2 markets a month because they're every Sunday. The first event that I did was my best market this year, I think, excluding winter, right? This spring season, that was my best market. And I think I did $250, close to $300. Let's say $250, right? Not taking out the $30 fee, not counting materials, gas. $250 was my best market. I average $250 in the winter time. My average right now is like $100. When you're spending $100 on a market, you're just evening out, right? And I've had a few markets that were makeups or like rain dates from last year that I paid. So I paid for, I was at the rink, like the skating rink, Red Hat Amphitheater. It becomes an ice rink here in the wintertime, kind of like Bryant Park in New York. And every Saturday I was supposed to be there. It was supposed to be like a night market as well. So it was fairly late. It would constantly be raining. It'd be super cold. So they canceled a lot of markets because of that. So I got a lot of makeup dates. Thankfully, because there were so many, they did allow for us to make it up. Because there's some markets that are rain or shine, right? But again, with it being so cold and it being raining, it's inhumane to be out there in 30-degree weather when it's raining. Wind gusts. It's not a game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And I'm just going to repeat the same thing. When you get to the last chain, I'll show you guys. 1, 2, 3. Again, just slip stitch. And then from the third again, 1, 2, 3, 7 double crochets. But yeah, I did those, and even those markets, right? The first one I did, I think, was in Cary. There was a lot of people. So many people were out. Nobody bought anything. I had like a handful of sales. I think I might have made like maybe $100 that day. But what happens? I spent money on gas to get there. I was hungry. I was underprepared, so I spent like $20 on food. I bought something from someone else. So it's like the money you make, you spend back, right? And it's like, I still wasn't even showing profit. I was just trying to even out, right? Because again, I still technically paid those $100 last year. I'm not feeling it right now, but that money was spent. And I remember, I might have mentioned it in one of my videos in April, because I think this was in April. I had a guy, like one of the vendors, and I had a really good spot too, because I was right up front. I came late to the market. I was right up front because I literally drove all the way to the back, and I was like, oh, do you want me to set up next to like the last person? She's like, no, we want some people up front, come up front. And I was like, bet, because I was like, no one's gonna come all the way down here. So I was literally right in front. And there was another guy who was selling like hummus. Like, he wasn't directly next to me, but like maybe a stall down, because like with this particular market, they do like a little like stop by, you know, like side here, or like they do like a little freebie tent, like a little activity or something, whatever it's not. So that was between us, and then he was on the other side of that. And we're packing up, we're leaving, and he's like, how did it go for you? And I was like, it was okay. It could have been better, but it was okay. And I think I did mention it in one of my videos, because I was saying, you know, he's selling food. If I don't sell a scrunchie, so what? I mean, obviously it's going to hurt, you know, emotionally, financially, whatever. But I can sell it next market. I can sell it a month, 2 months, a year from now, right? 2 years from now, if I really wanted to. He has food. What's the shelf life of that? He had a whole, like, cooler of food. Is he going to have to eat that now? Is that going to last him? When's his next market? Does he have a store that he can sell that at? Does he have someone maybe he can donate it to, or a church or anything like that he can maybe try to sell it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hard. The risk is a lot higher, right? Because for us, okay, I don't know how much stuff to make for market. Because, okay, like I want to sell. Sometimes you undermake, and that's good because you obviously want to sell out. But then the next time you go and you over make things, and then you sell 2 things, right? So it's like, again, everything is so hit or miss. You never know when it comes to markets. But then it's so risky when it's like food, right? There's bakers, there's people who just, how much food do you buy, right? How many things do you make? How much do you prep? You overcook and then get stuck with a lot of food, and then, you know, like, you drop your prices. Do you try to donate it? Like, what do you do? I'm still so behind on comments. Where am I? Yeah, I think you should do it, Sarah. If you have the products, I think you should do it. Even if you only have a couple things, you're really good with origami. I think you could probably get a couple sales, and even your embroidery stuff too, Sarah. Yeah, edit. And then I was watching a video, Maria. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was watching a video on YouTube. I was gonna say Instagram, and I don't know what's wrong with me today. But I was watching a video, and you can now, from your like YouTube page, from existing videos, you can make shorts from your videos. You can remix other people's videos and make shorts that way, but you can make shorts from your own existing videos. My most recent short or reel that I posted was from one of my recent videos. And what I like is that it even tells you what video it is. So if you click on it, it takes you to that scene in the video. So I love it because it just, everything just coincides. So you can make shorts from old videos, you can repurpose content. Go for it. Yes, you can do links too. I don't know. I think you qualify, Mary. I'll do it for you, sis. Let me hit up your girlfriend. Nah, so I do have like my merch shirt, which I haven't even put anywhere. I just have it for the markets, which ironically I feel like no one knows what it is. Um, but there's a yoga studio or yoga instructor, yoga studio, both. I don't really know. I think they have a physical location, but they buy merchandise and I brand it for them. Like they send it to me or they bring it to me and I put their logos on it. I put the materials or whatever is not on it. I actually got a box from her yesterday that I need to work on. I need to look at our communications to see when it's needed by. But you guys know that I did get burned a few weeks or a few months back, and I wrote up disclosures and stuff. But I even charge a rush fee now and things like that. So I'm happy. I have so many missed calls. Come on, y'all know what this is. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so I'm in our business office. There's like a cafeteria. There's coffee, there's like a vending machine, snacks and things like that. So that's where I'm at right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to finish at least one project. I might not be on for much longer, honestly, but I will finish at least one project and get caught up on comments because I'm very far behind. YouTube isn't toxic. I'm toxic. Yeah, I made it to 100. Yo, every subscriber, like, it's so much dopamine. Like, oh my god, yes. Thank you, Maria. Wow, that's a really long time, Sarah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. It's funny because my sister had a YouTube channel before I had a YouTube channel. Like I've made some here and there, like for school, they're like, oh, you have to upload to YouTube and blah blah skip. But I never really used it or anything. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm on that last chain on the row of chains, right? So instead of doing the standard 7 double crochet, you're going to do 15 double crochet. And that's going to take you all the way around so that you can work on this side. I don't even think I have these online as well. I need to put so many things online, y'all. So many things. You have 82, what now, Maria? Oh, subscribers. That's good, Sarah. Especially like with you not having had a lot of videos like recently. I feel like that's good because sometimes like I'll subscribe and unsubscribe to people. They don't post videos. I love my wagon. Oh yeah, please be careful, Beth. Drive safely. Hola, Pastor. Bendiciones. It might be a little bit of both. That free Wi-Fi be real. Honestly, $50 isn't that bad. As long as you make enough products to make that and then some, I think you'll be good. I definitely go for it, Sarah. And that way it'll be a good way to kind of just get a feel for it. I think you mentioned you may have done one in the past. I don't honestly remember, but I would give it a try. You know, see how people feel about your things, see what they say, see how you feel about what they say, right? Talk to the other vendors if there are other people there. Ask them where they go for markets, things like that. If there's anything closer to you, if there's anything cheaper, right? Maybe just the ones you're finding are $300 to $400. Maybe there's other things closer that you weren't aware of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Sarah. Yeah, I think it'd be a really good idea. Ooh, I'm dropping things. I just dropped the case where my mic stuff is. Honestly, like, what items do you make right now, Sarah? I know you had like, I know you've done like popsicle holders. Um, I know you've done though like the reindeer thing with the names, but like, what do you want to sell, right? You can do like towels and like instead of doing names, you can do sayings, right? Um, all of my onesies have sayings on them. So you can think of like generic things. I try to stick to unisex stuff so that it's not, you know, oh, only a girl can wear this, only a boy can wear this. You know, sometimes, most of the time, people are buying for someone else, so they don't know what they're having, and it's just easier that way. Which is also where I want to offer baby hats. We'll get into that later, but I do want to offer baby hats as well. I just need to figure out sizing and stuff like that, so I do need to play. Excuse me, I need to play with that. But there's a lot of things you could probably make. It's just the only thing with that is that you're stuck buying and then you don't know if you're gonna actually sell it, right? Like you don't want to get stuck with too much product. So that's the risk. Oh yes. So I printed out a boatload of them. I never actually took them with me to markets, but I printed out a sheet of like for sweaters, um, ornaments, and there was something else. I forgot what it was. It might have been onesies, but they could literally pick size. So it would be like pre-orders, right? Size saying, um, if it's sweater, it was size, the phrase, the color. So color of the sweater, color of the vinyl. And then it'd be like pick up this market date or whatever it's not. If it was ornament, uh, what color vinyl, what color font, right? I think font I think was the other option. And then I wanted to kind of set up a little booklet, right? Kind of like an Instagram page or a story, but on a sheet, right? Like a little poster where it's like I had the colors available, kind of like your Etsy post. I had my colors available, I had my fonts available, so you could pick like, okay, I wanted to do like a sheet of fonts, a sheet of sweater colors, or a sheet of patterns, or the sheet of the color, the vinyl colors, right? Stuff like that. And then you could customize and order that way. That's an option too if you want, but you would have to have at least. I think I would suggest having at least one present so they can touch it. The one good thing about markets is that people can physically touch your material, right? If you have any blanks, bring a few of the different colors and different sizes, right? Have someone try on that size, maybe in a different color that they might want, things like that. You do, Maria. Yeah, I could only imagine. It's hard. It's scary too. Yeah, I'm still behind on the comments. So sorry. My burning my nerves. yeah, I need to get my nerves burnt again. The soonest I could possibly get it done is July 12th. And I'm a little scared because, again, like, I'm in pain right now. Right? I'm in pain right now. And I have a trip next weekend. And I'm going to be driving for 10 hours. 8 to 10 hours. It's going to be most likely the 10 because I'm going to have to make very frequent stops. I know that for sure. So don't look forward to it, but it is what it is. And I'm going to be the only driver in my car as well. So yeah, just dropped all my stitches. That was not intentional. It's funny. Oh, and I did it in the wrong hole. Lovely. Let me focus, y'all. Focus. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 4 more. Okay, Mary. I'll see you, sis. I'll see you. Beth, I loathe TikTok. I don't understand it. I don't know the tags. I don't get it. It doesn't like me. I don't like it. My videos either get like 2 views or 700. There is no in between. There is no in between with me and TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need 2 more. I don't understand TikTok at all. I've been to your lives too, Sarah. It's super awkward because it's like, okay, when you're by yourself, you can kind of ramble, but then you run out of things to say. So it's like, it's better when there's people there because you can kind of interact with them. I'm super behind on comments, but at least I have the comments to look at, right? Like if I don't know what else to say, I can go to a comment and be like, okay, let me talk about that or let me answer that. But if I don't have comments, after a while, I'm like, okay, well, bye, right? Like you're not gonna want to see what I'm doing all the time. We're gonna slip. Okay, so I did my 15 double crochet on that last chain, which was technically the very first chain. So again, 3 chains over, I'm going to do a slip stitch. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into the same chain that you did the slip stitch on the first side. You're gonna do it here again. So this is what we worked already. I'm going to do a slip stitch here. And then this is a 3rd chain again. I'm going to do another 7 here. I hope that makes sense. Slip stitch here. And then 7 crochet here. 7 double crochet here. So we're going to get that scalloped fan situation. And I'm literally, you can see the hole or the opening that you went into the first time, which is right here. This is the opening right here. This is where I have my slip stitch the first time. I'm going to go right into that same opening right here. I'm going to go right into this opening and do my slip stitch there again. There will be a better tutorial on this, I promise. And again, if you guys want the pattern, let me know. I was going to bring one in that I have like, I made 3 of every color, and I think I had 7 colors. What is that, 21? I have about 4 left. 5 max. So they've sold this spring, summer, they've sold. And what I started doing was on my onesies that I have at at markets, I have like pink hangers for all of my babies things. I put one like, the onesies kind of have like that little lap over that, so you can like slide the onesies off the babies in case you need to, like to have a blowout or whatever is not. On the little lap, I've put the clip, like I've clipped on a pacifier clip, and then the bottom part that goes where the pacifier is, I'll put over the hanger. So it looks like, like it's kind of like hanging up onto the baby. It's super cute, and I feel like people are kind of realizing, okay, that's what it is. Because sometimes when it was on the bin, they're like, what is that? It's not a keychain, sis. Because I've had so many people ask me if they're keychains or not keychains. All right, so I did the slip stitch in that same opening. I don't know if you can kind of see it. Now I'm going to do the 7 crochet here into this opening here. Here, that little hole. Same thing. The 7 double crochet. Now again, this pattern technically isn't like my pattern, so I don't think I'd ever sell it. It is a variation on another pattern that I saw on YouTube, and then I shortened it. So originally, I think the pattern I found had like, at the end you're gonna have like 4 loops, like 4 little rounds like this. The pattern I saw or I found, I think has like 7 or 8. That's too long. It's not CPIS, whatever the acronym is. It's not child safe to be that long. It's like a choking hazard, like they can like strangle themselves with it. So I've shortened it so that it is appropriate length and it matches compliance. Yeah, the coffee. I mean, I'm not coughing anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Honestly, I'm just talking to myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm talking to myself, and you're helping me not have to answer myself. So there's that. Okay, and then same thing. It's just repeat. It's very, it's very repetitive. So again, that's what it looks like, and then that's what this is gonna look like as well. Yeah, I'm very behind. I think I'm gonna get off at 8, y'all. I still need to get home. I don't think it's raining anymore. I mean, I don't particularly care if it's raining or not, but yeah. Yeah, it's hard to like figure out what to do. For me, I think I'm gonna do more like tutorials in regards to like the Addy, right? Like how do I make this, how do I make that. I might do a video on me making this, right? If I ever do write the pattern, I might sell it just because I'm typing it out. Like I'm actively like working on that. I will credit the girl that I got the pattern from, because again, this isn't like I didn't come up with this. I did tweak hers a lot, but it's not mine, right? But if I do spend time on editing it or like typing it up and all that stuff, then yeah, I will probably sell it. But I don't mind doing a video on this, right? That'll be easy. It'll be quick. I can even do an overhead here, right? You guys have seen my janky overhead setup. I can actually probably clip anything onto here and do an overhead here. But yeah, I might do some tutorials or whatever's not on that. I have, like I said, some that I already have recorded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I do attend a lot of markets, it does help because I can do vlog style videos. I don't have to do only tutorials, right? I feel like, so I can literally be like, okay, join me this week to market prep, right? And that's what one of my last video was, me market prepping, and then me taking you guys to the market. Sometimes it is hard to record at markets. That market was fairly slow because it was raining that day. It did pick up and it was really good after, but it was raining. It was super slow. So I was like, you know what? Let's make the best of it. Let's walk around, talk to people. I'd really been into recording, and I was like, this space is really small. It'll be really good. Audio was horrible. Horrible, but I tried my best. That's why I do have my mic now. Again, I'm being proactive. I do want to focus on YouTube because, one, I love YouTube. Again, I don't have subscriptions. My TV is YouTube. I watch YouTube. I've been watching Prime a little bit more now just because like I've had a little bit more time where I'm at home, so I've been binge watching stuff, which is probably why I didn't edit a video last week, if I'm being frank. I've been binge watching, or I saw The Librarians from start to finish, and it's funny because I didn't even know there were movies prequeling the series until I told one of my friends, and he told me that there were movies and that's where the show came from. Movies were older and a little like cringe because like just CGI and all the like tech stuff was just really bad in the movies. Thankfully, the series, you know, technology had progressed and it was a lot better. But I'm watching Grimm now. I'd seen it a while back, but it kind of like fell off or I stopped watching it. So I'm watching that from the beginning. I think it has like 6 seasons. I think I'm almost done with the 3rd season. I started last week. So, yeah. I'm trying to clean the house and organize, but you guys know me. I have ADHD, and if I don't want to, I'm not going to. I feel like that's the Pisces in me. So I try to treat myself like, okay, I'll do like power hours. So it's like, okay, clean and organize for an hour. You can watch 1 or 2 episodes. Then work for another hour, watch another episode or 2. Right? So I try to like treat myself. Yeah. Honestly, that's how it was for me. You know, like the first time I went live, it was with Casey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't even have anything to do. I was just going live to go live. Like, hey, no. For Vlogmas. That was super cringe. There's hair here. Good God. Oh, you can also do cards, Sarah. I know you like doing cards. There's people who literally just sell cards. You know, you've also like made. I know you've made like prints and stuff too, like pattern prints. You could very easily like design cards and stuff to sell, and it's paper. You know, like it's not super heavy, not like hard to carry, right? Like you're really talented, Sarah. I feel like there's so many things you could possibly do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now this is the way. This part is easy, honestly. The rest of this is what's hard. Okay, not hard. It's just a little bit more convoluted. All right. So you're going to slip stitch into that very top chain or stitch, right? Like whenever you close a row. If I do any crochet tutorials, they will probably not be beginner. You're gonna have to know some type of basics. I might do basic, like, you know, this is a chain, this is a single crochet, this is a double crochet, this is a slip stitch. I don't know yet. But those are all options, right? I might start out with like patterns and stuff like this, but then if people start commenting, oh, I don't even know what that is, or go back, you're going too fast, whatever, those are other video options, but we'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to do a slip stitch to finish the row, right? I'm going to do a slip stitch. Now what happens is I'm literally right in the middle of my project, okay? So I don't like that I'm in the middle and I'm about to make a loop for the pacifier to like hang off of. So what I like to do is on the very next stitch, the top stitch, I do another slip stitch, okay? So it's white right now too, so it's not helping. This is my slip stitch to close the row. This is my second slip stitch, okay? Again, I'll do overhead videos of this. If you guys honestly want me to record me doing this, let me know. I will. Okay, now you're going to chain 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then you have your chain here, right? So your chains are like little V's, okay? They're little V's. You can see the V's here, right? So what I like to do is make sure that the V's are even or across. You want it to be straight. So this is the very middle. I do that slip stitch to the side so that it's off to the side, and then I'm going to now slip stitch into the one right before the join. All right, so it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, okay? And that way it's nice and symmetrical with everything else. It's aligned with everything else, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. And I slip stitch in the front so that everything, again, it just lines up very nicely. Yeah. I had to do this pattern. I couldn't do the other, like the booties, because it's like, I'm barely reading comments now. And I know this pattern. But there would have been no way for me to like try a new pattern while on a live and be like looking at comments and stuff, because I'm clearly doing a bad job of it now. So I slip stitch into here. I'm gonna cut a long chain enough to kind of like weave it in. And then I'm gonna do another chain to kind of just like slip stitch it, or to, you know, close off my work. And that's it. So this is a pacifier clip, okay? This is just loose. I'm going to now weave it in since we have a good like 20 minutes to kill. I have my tapestry needle here, okay? I'm gonna weave in this end, okay? And then remember when we first started, I told you leave a nice long chain, leave a nice long tail. This here, your tail, I then like to weave in I get like the wooden pacifier clips, like the pieces from Amazon, get them from Alibaba. I'm sure they even have them on Temu now, right? Temu, if you're listening. But yeah, just sew it into that, and then that's it. It's under 9 inches, and it'll be compliant, right? So right now, without the little clip, we're at 9. Correction. So with the clip, I want to say it's like 1.5 inches. The way I set it up, it's only, I think I have like about 1 inch of you only see the wooden round. So it comes to be about 10. And that makes it compliant. Okay. But yeah, so that's that. We're going to weave the little ends in now. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think it's raining anymore. I think it's just really gray. Beth, I don't know if I've seen any of your videos. I feel like I've seen you go live once, if I'm not mistaking you for someone else. I'm not sure. Do you do embroidery, Beth? I feel like you've done embroidery. Or I've seen, who do I think of? Like, I know you, like, Discord you, but I don't know if I know YouTube you. Does that make sense? What camera do you use, Maria? Because honestly, I've been thinking about getting one, but honestly, cameras are expensive. They're expensive. I personally don't want to spend the money on it. And if you get a cheap one, an iPhone sometimes has better quality, you know? So I'm contemplating if I should get one or not, if I should just kind of wait and hold off until I have the money for one. But I would like to get a camera. Or at the very least, I definitely do need to buy more iCloud memory just because I know I'm struggling, y'all. I keep having to delete things and just, it's super frustrating. I'm over it. I don't like it here. Yeah, and I'm on the back side of my work as well. Oh yes, that way I can follow you too, Beth. Yeah, so with LumaFusion, I love it. Oh my god, I love it. There is a little bit of a learning curve, and it's not as easy as iMovie, but honestly, with the amount of things that I want to do, it is easier because instead of me again having to do multiple programs or having to do like multiple steps, I can just do everything in one program. And I love it. I love it. I feel like again, the more accustomed to it I get, the faster I'll be at it. Um, like anything you do, you're gonna have a learning curve. But honestly, just obsessed. So I'm done with that, and I'm going to just cut off my end here and pull it through a little bit so it can kind of blend in, and that's it. Can you tell where I did my joining? Where I weaved anything in? So yeah. So again, with this is my tail, I use this to sew in the little clip, and that's it. Listen, y'all. Y'all know I'm in here. There's cameras. You see me. Bruh. So rude. I wonder if I walk around. Let's see. BRB. Is it like motion sensor? There we go. Because I'm just like, y'all so rude, bruh. Just how do you turn the light off on me? Like, I know it's late, but dang, y'all. I'm weak, Beth. Well, okay, Pauline, I know you were working on that shirt for your son, no? Like the yellow shirt. Why don't you record doing things like that? Like if you're trying patterns, right? If you're trying something, you want to learn to do something. There's a lot of us that try to do things too, no? Like I did one live with me learning or trying to figure out how to do these headbands. I didn't look up any patterns. I think I had gotten maybe like one pattern for something once. I never even looked at it. I bought it and I never even used it. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. That's too much. I got so lazy, right? But because I've done the knitted versions, I've done this. I was like, okay, well, how can I emulate this into this, right? A lot of the things that we make, we're kind of remaking or redesigning something that we have. So, like, I remember when Liz was doing the skirt on live, right? She's like, okay, well, I know this skirt works or this skirt fits. How can I do this from this, right? Play around with it. A lot of the times we make our own patterns. We don't want to buy patterns, right? You try to get free patterns or you try to figure something else out. Like I said, this I made off of YouTube. The very first one I made, I was like, this is too long. I don't like it. I made it with 3 hoops and I was like, okay, well, now this is too short. And then I think I made something like this and I used it as like a keychain or something, right? So like you can play with things and manipulate and whatever, but record yourself doing that, the process behind it, because you're not the only one that does it, right? Even if you have a project fail, show us what not to do. I had a live where I butchered my wooden sign. I went back the next day and I worked on it again, right? Like, we all make mistakes, no one's perfect. So it depends. Like, and I think you said you don't sell things, but your name says Diamond Boutique. Girl, what's happening? If you do make things to sell, or if you're thinking about making things to sell, or you want to start selling things, make that the process, right? Like show us, okay, I can do XYZ. I want to sell XYZ, or what should I sell if I know how to do whatever, right? Like take us along on the journey. Or literally day in the life. Like it doesn't even have to be business related. Like when I first got my apartment, I wanted like decor things, right? Like, oh, I wanted to decorate and make my space look nice and pretty and whatever. And I was like, okay, well, how do I use what I have? Or how do I make something nice? Or how can I remake something or change something into whatever? I looked at DIY tutorials. I looked at, decor, this and that. And I stumbled into the cleaning YouTube world, right? Like the women who clean on YouTube, the moms, the stay-at-home moms that teach their kids and clean. And I was like, you know what, my house is a mess. Let me watch a cleaning video, right? If she can do it, why can't I? Or I don't have the motivation to clean right now. Um, let me watch Meg clean, and that'll give me motivation to clean. Like I want my house to look like hers, right? Whatever you want to do, honestly, whatever you resonate with, whatever you're happy with, do what brings you joy, sis. The more you like something, the more you're gonna want to do it, and the less work it's gonna feel like. I was up until 2 last night editing a video because I was so engrossed in the process. I was tired, yes, but I didn't want to stop. I was like, I have to go to sleep because I have to wake up for work. That's the only reason why I stopped, you know? And I love my job, but honestly, I want my business to succeed on its own. I don't want to have to rely on my job. Ideally, I don't want to work for someone else. I want to be my own boss. And I want to be able to dedicate the time that I want to my business. So I want my business to succeed on its own. Yeah, I want PR things too. I reached out to Book Apparel, and so Julian reached out to Book Apparel first and told me that they had approved him because they had like an affiliate thing, and they gave him like a $50 gift card to do 2 videos. One of the most recent videos that I posted, I think after the boxcar video, was technically an affiliate one with them, and that was with the products that I got for the $50 gift card. I still owe them one more video, but they don't have affiliate links, and I feel like there isn't going to be much more after that. I mean, hopefully, I don't know, but I would love to do like more PR things, more affiliate marketing. Obviously, I'm not going to market anything that I personally don't agree on myself, but I would like to have those opportunities, right? To try new things, to recommend things to you guys. Again, Lumifusion. Right? Like, I'm obsessed. I love it. You know, Canva, whatever. And again, I'm being more strategic on my content. I took a clip from my video, but it was like a Cricut mistake or a Cricut tip. I'm using these things. Might as well teach it, right? Like have teachable moments. I've learned so much from YouTube. I want to give back. I want to show other people things. You know, like I don't want to keep taking. Like I want to also give back, right? Like I want to be able to show someone something or teach someone something that they don't know. I want to, again, there's certain videos I've looked up. I've looked up videos on how to clean my Addy or my Central, and there weren't videos, or the videos are really poor or whatever's not. So that's something I'm going to do. I haven't really made any knit things recently, but I will record myself taking apart my knitting machine, cleaning it. And I have multiple different types of knitting machines, so I can do separate videos for those machines, right? What oil do I use? What do I use for maintenance? Like, all those things. It's super important. So, I don't know. I have so many ideas. There's so many things in this noggin of mine. We're going to figure it out. I feel like I have seen your videos, Beth. I feel like there was a video. I don't know. Please forgive me if this isn't you. I feel like there was a video where you were in your craft room working on your embroidery machines, and you were on hold or trying to call either for like a new machine, or if there was something wrong with one of your machines, but then there was like a storm, and like you had to get off because of the thunder. Was that you? Am I thinking someone else? Who was that? I know it was this group. I feel like that was you. That might not have been you. If it wasn't you, I'm sorry. Android camera. Okay, yeah. Oh, because Androids have like SIM cards. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I feel like anything that you're passionate about, you're going to enjoy doing, right? And in theory, you're most likely not the only person passionate about that, right? Even if it's something weird, right? Because what's weird? Normal is boring, it's abstract, right? But even if it's like a niche, you're going to have your audience, people like you, people who do the things that you like to do, right? I've met you ladies, and it's been amazing, like the community. Like none of my friends really craft like me, right? All of my craftiness came from my grandmother, and she's no longer with us. I can't call her up and be like, oh grandma, look at what I made, right? And it's sad to say, but even when she was here, I never thought to do that, right? Like I would craft with her when she was here, like on the summers that I would go see her and things like that. But even after, like again, ADHD, like out of sight, out of mind, right? And I try to be better and like reach out to people and whatever it's not, but she's not here to see all the things that I'm making, or like to be at my markets or to see what I'm doing. But even then, like the community that I have now, like my support, they're not like me. They're not like-minded like you guys are, right? Like with Discord, I can post my market videos. You guys ask me questions about my carabiners and my grid balls and whatever it's not, right? But like we learn from each other. Like I can share my project with you guys, and you're like, oh my god, that's so cute, or whatever it's not. Or like I can go on there and be like, oh my god, you guys are amazing, whatever. Like I know Naomi posts a lot of things, and I know, granted, I haven't really been on there recently just because life, but just being able to kind of talk to you guys and share what I do with you guys, it's amazing, right? These are things I love, but they're also things that you love, right? And even though a lot of you do embroidery or do sewing, I'm kind of learning sewing now, and you guys have taught me a lot of sewing things, no? But you still like the general crafting, the thought process behind it. A lot of you don't crochet, and you just followed along on my crochet tutorial, or you crocheted with me while I was here. You just appreciate the art behind it because, again, you know what it takes because you do something similar, right? So no matter what you do, you're going to find someone else that does the same thing or likes it, right? That relates, that understands, and that enjoys watching it, right? It's just a matter of getting to that right person, and I'm trying to make sure that my channel is there, right? Discord definitely helps. Honestly, I get that. I'm not at home right now because I have a dog who, during some lives, as you see, he barks, makes a lot of noise, things like that. Mike's help, Mary, it kind of takes out a lot of background noise. There's been cars passing when it was raining. There's wind. It helps reduce that. But then the right editing software also helps. So with me and LumaFusion, y'all know I'll be hot. There were some days when I was at the borough, there might be hot yoga going on. I would have my fan going. You're gonna hear, like, you heard the fan in the recording, but you can within the editing software, I can edit my audio, and it cleans up that background noise. So it can take away wind, music. So the video that I posted at the market, me at Boxcar, where there was like a lot of music and noise in the background, excuse me, I might have been able to edit that so much better in LumaFusion, right? I may re-edit that video in LumaFusion, honestly, with just the market part, right? Join me on a market without having the prep. Because again, you can repurpose content. Not everyone cares about the prep and the market. You guys do, but not everyone does, right? Like, what if it's just a market video? Someone who wants to see at the market. It can just be solely on, this is how I set up, this is why I do this is blah. Or just, again, joining me for a market. Right? Something similar. Like, I can repurpose that whole, because I think the video was like maybe 40 minutes. I think the market, I ended up putting it together. I was only going to do the market, collect the market on one clip. I think the video was like 10 minutes. And I was like, if not even, maybe even 5. I was like, this is too short. Nobody's going to want to see this. But there are some people who only want to see that, right? they don't care for the how, they just want to see the end result. So I might repurpose that. Um, and again, I'm being very purposeful. I'm making sure I use proper hashtags. I'm making sure I need to go back, and for some of my videos, I don't have my chapters put in yet. I know I want to do that. So there's just little things like that, right? Like, again, I want to be purposeful. I want to be consistent. I want to just, if I'm going to do something, I like to do it the right way, and I want to do it correctly. So I do want to kind of push myself, just get out of that. Just make everything really good, really nice, or whatever. No, I'm still behind on comments. Yeah, and it's hard, right? I missed Liz's lives, but life happens, right? Um, Again, I'm in pain right now. I'm smiling through it. Um, you guys know, or I may have shared with you, some of you know, don't know, I'm on antidepressants. My meds, you know, they've been changing. I've been doing really poorly at taking them consistently because of the changing of all the meds, and like just getting through that, like you know, like initial curve when you try meds, like you get the side effects and whatever is not. And again, just like there's so many things happening. My routine out the window. I would go to work, go to the store, go home. That after work portion is gone. I don't have that after work anymore. So it's like it's really messing with me. Which is why I feel like I'm just kind of like throwing myself into television, which is not good. I need to talk to my psychiatrist. I need to figure out what's going on with my meds. My general doctor is like, sis, I'm not giving you any more meds. You need to go talk to somebody. But I don't want to. Like, let me be delusional. Let me live in denial. But neither here nor there. But yeah, like it's hard getting motivation. And I was talking to one of the girls at the markets recently. I don't know her name. I'm good with faces. I'm hard with names. But she sells like hot sauces and stuff like that. She was at the Borough as well, and she does art and sew with me. I saw her and I was like, "Hey girl, how you been?" Whatever it's not. And I had a really bad day. A really, really bad day. Night, morning situation. There's a lot of crying involved. I slept maybe like 3 or 4 hours, and I had a market to go to. Put on my big girl panties, dried my puffy eyes, and I went. I was a little late, but better late than never. And that was the market day that I had my best sales. And I remember I went to go see her because when I was walking into the market with my friend who helped me set up, there was a florist, like someone selling flowers, and I was like, oh my god, there's flowers. If I make a few sales, I'm gonna buy myself some flowers. And at the end of the day, I was able to do that, thankfully, thank God. But when I was walking by, that's when I saw her. I was talking to her, and I was like, it was a little late, the morning was a little rough, but it's gonna be a good day, right? Like, you gotta manifest it, you gotta say it. You have to push yourself, and it's hard. It's hard, bruh. It's very, very hard. But Mary, maybe you doing your video, right, your live, will help motivate them to get back on there, right? Maybe my live today will help you, motivate you to make your live, right? Be the trade, Sorry. But yeah, like it's difficult. I know, trust me, girl. Like, life be lifing. Life be lifing. So I get it, trust me. I wanted to go live like Tuesday, and I'm only just not going live today. But I knew that I hadn't edited a video, and I wasn't going to be done editing a video. I'm almost done editing the one I started yesterday, but it's not going to be out by tomorrow, by this week, right? Because today's Thursday. It'll probably be out next week. And again, I'm in the learning curve of LumaFusion, but hopefully I'm going to be able to do so much more now. So I'm really happy. So we'll see. Yeah, and you're limited too, Maria. And for me, that's what I like about LumaFusion. Again, not sponsored. If you would like to LumaFusion, let your girl know. Okay? I can give you little BS tutorials on the little bit that I know so far. Okay? But with LumaFusion, you can edit on your phone and on your tablet. Bruh. I was stuck using iMovie, and even then, iMovie on the tablet is restricted. I know there's like a new editing software for Apple, but because I have an older iPad, I can't even use that. I'm not within the generations. I think my tablet is from 2020. I think I might be 10th generation or something like that. I think it's only compatible with like the 11th or whatever. Whatever it is, I'm not compatible. Because again, my budget only allowed me to get an older tablet. And I'm grateful to have my iPad. I was able to get it on Amazon. I think I have one of the 1 terabyte iPad Pro. I was able to get it for what, like $600 or $700? Do you girls remember? But I was super happy. But I don't have really like a computer that I can use to edit. So I'm limited on what I can even buy to edit, or editing software in general. So the fact that I could get something for my iPad, I love it. Edit on the bus, girl. Edit on the bus. You give up on recording. And those are great bloopers too, right? Like, or it's just like, it's not professional, right? But it's who you are. It's you, right? It can be a family channel, if you're okay with your kids being, in the public eye, right? To be on your channel, have it like a small part, right? Like, you can even do like segments with them. Like, do you want to join me on this craft, right? You can do kid crafts or whatever it's not. But I remember there was one video with Mary when your daughter was helping you with your diamond dots. I thought that was so cute. Like, again, you're a person. Like, we have, I don't, but like, you have kids. Like, kids are a thing, right? Like, this is a family channel. Like, you're human. There's gonna be kids. But that was super cute. You know what I mean? So, I like it. I'm so behind on donuts. And I've passed the 2-hour mark, by the way. Honestly, yeah. And I know for me too, I'm going to try to get on more, especially with me cleaning the house. I don't mind being on Discord cleaning the house, because I'd be like, y'all, look at my mess. I need to get this organized, right? So I'll probably get back onto Discord. I'm not so much of like a texter. Like, I don't really care to like text that much. I'm really bad at texting. So like the general page, I'm not really on it. Like, I'll pop in like on the like, I always check to see like if someone's going live or like post a video. Like, I'll say good morning and things like that. But it's really hard to like keep conversation on there for me. But I do like getting on the video chats, or even just like the calls. Like, sometimes it's just all vocal, right? But again, just being on there and hearing someone's voice or talking to somebody, it helps motivate me. Sometimes my friends aren't available, or I just want to talk to you guys. I'm a talker, clearly. I don't shut up. Yeah, because you're so awesome, Mary. They come out to you. I'm nobody. Ain't nobody emailing me, girl. Or like, if they are, they're all scammers. I only get scammers, okay? Like, I have people asking me to be like a pet affiliate, a jewelry affiliate, but then it's like, buy this. No, thank you. Like, can the people I use send me something, please? Loom Future. Yeah, I think, I don't think it's on YouTube. I have my P.O. box, but I don't have my email. I'll definitely add it on YouTube. Thank you, Mary. I know I have it on Instagram. I don't have it on my YouTube. I need to add that. Not you, Beth. Okay. I need to check your page. I keep saying I'm going to check it out, and I haven't. I promise I'm going to at least watch one video of yours tonight. I'm going to put something on my drive home. I'm going to listen in. No, I miss people. I miss you guys too. And that's the thing. Like, it feels weird. Like, I remember when I didn't want to work, Liz would motivate me when she would get on, right? And I don't mean to keep saying her name because I don't want to add pressure to her or anything like that. But, like, even AJ, like, she's kind of getting back on there now. Cassandra hasn't really posted much. I've been watching Steph a lot. Ugh, I love Steph. I don't even know her name, the channel of her name anymore because I just call, like, in my mind she's Steph. Right? I think it's Steph Creates. But she's been consistent. She's been posting Fridays, so that helps. I don't really have that many YouTubers too. Taylor is posting now. She's posting twice a week, so that's good. I've been watching XXL Scrunchies every once in a while. I'll watch them. Who else? I've been watching a lot of gameplay too. I personally haven't been able to play Disney Dreamlight Valley recently, so sometimes I'll try to like just watch so I can like not feel bad for not playing. Playing vicariously through them. But yeah, it's hard because again, then I want to play and I can't play because I have work to do. I need to be cleaning. I need to get back into the cleaning videos. I think I used to watch a girl, This Crazy Life or This Crazy Something. I loved her videos. I used to watch her a lot when she was living in Utah. She moved to, I think, Arizona recently. Not recently. It's probably been a few years. Around the time that she moved was when I kind of fell off with her, and because that's when I started watching more craft and like business YouTube. So I've lost a lot of the like cleaning YouTube. Like I know Love Meg doesn't do cleaning videos anymore. She's living her jet set life with her pilot husband. God bless her. I want to be her when I grow up. That's not me right now. I don't think she's posting videos like that for real. So again, I'm just, yeah. Yeah. They can? Mary, we need to talk because I don't know what's happening. Oh, bad. Absolutely, Mary. See, I want to learn to do random stuff like that too. Memory cards, yeah. Oh, y'all was living our best lives. Honestly, and it's sad, but it's true. You know, like this is the community that we have that we want, right? Like, be where you feel accepted, and that's it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to go too, but honestly, again, funds, right? And then this year, you guys know I turned 30. So a lot of my friends that I went to school with also turned 30 this year. So it's been bittersweet because a lot of people have been doing destination trips and things like that, and I haven't been able to go. And I would have loved to come. Like my best friend just went to Mexico for her 30th birthday, and I feel sad that I've been there. But you know, just life is life, and what I can't do this year, hopefully I'll be able to do next year, if not the following. Yeah, see, and that's the thing, because again, something that you enjoy, other people might enjoy it too, so it doesn't hurt sharing it. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think so, Mary. I like sharing. I mean, I like seeing your stuff. You and Doña Juana are really consistent, and you post a lot. So definitely post your thing, because again, I'm sometimes on YouTube per se, but because I tend to watch a lot of, like, I guess, bigger channels, you guys gonna get pushed back or down for me. So I like seeing that you post things on Discord, because I can then, okay, she posted a video, let me go see your video. Because all the other people, the bigger channels, kind of like push your stuff down, if that makes sense. So you're not bombarding it. I don't think so. And I know, if I feel like if there was a problem, Naro or the other like mods in Discord would have said something. I think you're good. That's the one good thing about our Discord specifically. And I say ours, like, I don't even think I've been there for a year. But, you know, like, there's rules and whatever is not, but we have that space to share, you know? So I think it's fine. See, look, Pauline agrees. And I love even this, like, you know, just talking to each other back and forth and learning. So that's really good. You can probably do a DP on a live. I don't even think you'd have to talk. Honestly, you can just have the audio go, or you could just have the visual going and no audio. You can probably play music or something. Stephen hasn't bugging you. Yeah, it's hard. And you know, like with Maria, I know it's hard too, because it's like, again, like with location, whatever's not. With me having MySpace, it was easier for me to, like, at least me being at the borough, right? When I went there, there were other people working. So just seeing other people working around me motivated me to work, you know, or just having a nice space to work. I know your space is limited. My space is limited right now too. I haven't really made that much product. I've only really been making things either to restock or to do like orders. And even then, honestly, I think I got an order yesterday, and I'm so grateful for my order, but I haven't done it yet because I'm not motivated. I don't have that space where I can work and just be happy working. So I haven't done it. My Bellamy's vinyl business has been doing a little bit better. So I'm getting orders and people are buying things, but again, like, I'm not motivated. Honestly, I'm not motivated, and I need to push myself to be better, because I don't want to, excuse me, leave a sour taste in my client's mouth. I'm thankful from them buying from me, but I don't want to be sending things late. And I have sent a few packages late recently because, again, just lack of motivation, right? I don't want to extend my time out on Etsy because then I don't get orders. But then when I get the orders, I don't want to do them. Bruh. Yeah. Yeah. And that's a good thing too with StreamYard. If you pay for the subscriptions, I see now that you can keep your video, like it records the video. So like I know there's been a lot of lives or content from lives that I've wanted to reuse or repurpose, but I didn't have access to them because like I would have to literally screen record a video, and the resolution probably wasn't all that great. Now I feel like I have better resolution because I do have the Pro, and again, this is going to be saved so I can download it and repurpose content. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting caught up. Okay, yeah, I need to. We need to wrap this up. Bruh, tell me about it. We all need Joanne's to support us. Honestly, like, you know how many times I've watched a live at work in the office, just like, oh, I'm gonna just do this and that's it. Or like, I'll just listen in because I'm like, oh, I want to comment or whatever is not. But I'm working. Like, I've had like 5 loans spread out in front of me, and I'm just like at work, kind of like with my ear to like YouTube. Yeah, you know, so I love them. Don't stop, Mary. If you make a video or if you go live, definitely post it. Put it in Discord because again, like you're the only one, not only, but like you're one of the few that's posting consistently. So definitely for sure, keep it up, girl. Spam us, spam us. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, so wait, Maria, you were able to go to like the sewing part? All right, girls. I said I was gonna be on for 2 hours. It's been 2:20, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm no longer alone. I'm not sure if you can hear what's going on. It is late. I need to go. I will try to work on the booties tonight. I may or may not record it. We'll see. But if I do, I might do it overhead or just I don't know. We'll see. I'll definitely take pictures of it at least. I have to at least do 2 because it's a pair, right? So I'll try doing one. If I like it, I might try recording it. We'll see. I think I am gonna do the mix. That way, again, if they do have multiple headbands, you can kind of mix and match and play around with it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But again, thank you guys for joining me. I know it was super last minute. I only notified you guys yesterday. I will try to do this at least once a month. One time a month, I will. Um, yeah. No, friend, no. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna post at least once a week for sure. And then again, over the weekend, honestly, I'll probably be working on my house. So if anyone wants to hop on Discord, just tag me. Tag me on the video chat. If you want to chat, you honestly just want to keep each other company. Be like in the background of us, each other working, whatever's not. Please feel free to tag me. I'm all for it. Do not feel uncomfortable doing that. I like it. Sometimes I'll go on there. Maria knows. I'll be like, is anyone here? um, but yeah, I'll be on Discord this weekend for sure, trying to get my life in order. I'm gonna head on out now. It's 8:30 basically. I'm gonna clean up, go home, probably watch an episode of Grimm, and then work on these baby booties. But again, thank you guys for joining me, and have a good night.